Did you know that if you invest $5,000 per year for 30 years, you could retire a millionaire? Yes, this is possible, and what you have to do to achieve this is learn how to invest in ETFs. In this video, I will explain what ETFs are, how to choose the best ones, and how those may be your only way to build true wealth. Hello, I'm Michibit, and in this channel I share with you everything you need to know about investing, personal finance, and how to create your own financial freedom, all step by step. If you like the content and want to support the channel, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe so I can earn an extra cookie. Let's get started. ETFs are the most powerful way to build long-lasting wealth in the US stock market. There is no doubt why their popularity has grown so much since their creation in 1993. But what are they, and how can you invest in them? ETF, or Exchange Traded Fund, is a type of investment that holds multiple assets at once. Think of it as an investment basket, which can contain multiple stocks, bonds, commodities, or a combination of all of these. An ETF can hold hundreds or thousands of assets at the same time, but its price is equal to one asset, and therefore it is within the reach of individual investors like us. Buying ETFs is different than buying individual stocks. If you buy one share of Apple, you are only buying one unit of the company, whereas an ETF can hold thousands of different shares at once. Imagine that you want to invest in the expansion of the American economy, but you are a regular Joe, who doesn't have the capital to buy a share of each of the best companies on the market. That would be too much money. What do you do then? Investing in ETFs is the solution. To invest in ETFs, you must first open an account with a registered online broker. I personally prefer to use TD Ameritrade, but there are dozens of other online brokers to choose from. The broker you choose will also depend on whether you reside inside or outside the United States. I recommend that you watch my video on how to invest in the stock market, where I explain which are the best brokers you can use. I leave the link in the comments, so you can see it right after finishing this video. But Michibit, how do I know which ETFs to invest in? Did you know that there are more than 2,700 ETFs trading on the US stock market? Things can get overwhelming very quickly. My recommendation, choose from 2 to 5 ETFs maximum in which to invest your precious capital. In this video, I want to show you the formula to retire a millionaire. For that reason, investing in ETFs that perform as the S&P 500 index is the best choice you can make. S&P 500? This index contains the 500 largest companies in the United States. In short, investing in the S&P 500 is investing directly in the expansion and growth of the world's largest economy. The nature of human beings is to expand, and the companies in this index will always be on top of these expansions. Just think about this. Apple, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Tesla, and Exxon are all part of this index. And where do I find these ETFs? Welcome to my screen. Let me show you a very powerful website, and it's completely free. It's called ETF Database. You can find it as etfdb.com. The name of the company that owns this service is VettaFi, as you can see on its logo. On its main page, you will find several tools that will help you search for ETFs by their category, popularity, price, etc. You can find ETFs that belong to the technology sector, gaming, real estate, oil and energy, artificial intelligence, among many other categories. I want to show you a super useful trick. If you move to the Tools option in the main bar, and then click on the ETF Screener option, you will find a very powerful tool to filter the ETFs according to your preferences. Without applying any filters yet, you can already see the most popular ETFs at the top. The columns show you the ETF's code, its full name, asset type, its assets under management expressed in millions of dollars, its year-to-date performance, its daily trading volume, and the last closing price. By default, the ETFs in this list are ordered from highest to lowest, based on the amount of assets they hold, expressed in US dollars. To these numbers that you see on the screen, you add 6 zeros to the end, and that tells you the total amount in holdings. That means the SPY, the most recognized S&P 500 ETF on the market, has $389 billion in assets. Now, let's talk about what's important. What ETFs can you buy if you are starting to invest? Remember, this kitty is not giving financial advice. This is simply a list I've put together, based on the consistent and positive returns these ETFs have generated over time. The most recognized ETF is the SPY, from State Street. To see its profile on the ETF database page, locate the search option at the top right corner of the page, type its name, and click on the right one. On the next page, you can see the entire profile for this ETF. The most important number is the expense ratio, which is the annual cost of holding this ETF. Any value below 0.20% is acceptable. If you click on the holdings option, you will be able to see the list of the top 15 holdings that this ETF contains. If you go down to the performance option on the left, you will see how this ETF has performed over time, starting with 1 month, 3 months, year to date, 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. That means that anyone who bought this ETF 5 years ago and has not sold their investment has seen their money grow approximately by 69%. There are always losing years, neutral years, and winning ones, but the most important fact to remember is that the S&P 500 index has returned on average 10.67% in the last 66 years. That's why this video is called How to Convert $5,000 a year into $1 million for your retirement. Invest in these types of ETFs during your productive years, keep your earnings generating more earnings on their own, and you will end up creating your own millionaire retirement. What other ETFs can you consider? You can also invest in BlackRock's IVV and Vanguard's VOO. Both track the performance of the S&P 500, so their results are basically the same as the ones from State Street's SPY. What changes is the company that created the ETF. If you are looking for a newer and cheaper version of these ETFs, you can invest in State Street's SPLG. This one follows the performance of the S&P 500 in the same way, but it is the small version of the SPY, since its price is only 1/10 of the previous one, and therefore it fits smaller capitals. You can find this one also on the ETF database page. If you look, its expense ratio is even lower than the ratio for the SPY ETF, but its performance of the last 5 years is 69%, just like its big brother. If you have an account with an international online broker like Interactive Brokers, you can then do fractional trading, which means that you do not have to buy the entire unit of the ETF to invest in it, but instead you have the possibility to invest only $5, $10, or $20 for example, and you already own a fraction of the asset. I hope this video encourages you to open your first account with a US online broker, deposit your first funds, and start buying the first ETFs that will put you on the path of creating your own financial freedom. If you have more questions, you can find me on Instagram. Look for me as Siver_bit, and my website is siverbit.com. The link is available below the video, in the comments section. Thank you for watching my video. Remember, I'm Michibit, and if you liked the video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. You will make this kitty very happy. Meow. See you soon.